Ready? Ready to go, yeah.
So this is cruising. Just relaxing, cruising low and slow, hearing music, and sometimes with the family or with a friend or something, but just cruising calmly on the boulevard. So my name is Marcos Arellano. Everybody knows me as Mr. Rabbit. I'm the national president of the Impala Car Club. My car is I call my car is a 1962 Chevy Impala. I call it the Crystal Ship. It's a song from the Doors. My father taught me how to turn wrenches, how to work on cars. And since I was young, I've been working on cars from brakes to belts to everything. What makes a lowrider? First of all, like I said, there's a lot of cars out there. Like you can see the red car that's right here beside me. That's considered a bomb. So there's a few categories on in that language. There's the bombs, which is the 50s, and then the traditional lowriders, which are the Impalas, and then the G bodies, which are a little bit newer cars, which is like Deanna's car here, the Buick Regals, the Cutlasses, the Monte Carlos. But our traditional lowrider is a vehicle that they have altered the suspension, added smaller from the size of the tire, added a smaller tire, and added hydraulics to it. So that's considered a traditional lowrider. So the hydraulics will lower your car all the way to the floor. And then you can just raise it a little bit and you can drive them. Or lift them up a lot higher. I got into I get the passion, like I say, I got bitten by the lowrider bug back in 1974. I went to my cousin's house. They had lowrider bikes. That's how I started, and it was just became a passion. I was 10 years old when I started, and through all my years, lowriding, and I was blessed to meet my wife about 12, 13 years ago. And one thing I'm really blessed and I'm really happy that I found out that she was into lowriding too. She had a passion.
Hi, my name is Jovita Ariano, and I am the president of the United Lowrider Coalition. We formed the United Lowrider Coalition in January of 2021, and we're super excited that we're able to do a lot of things for the community, the lowrider community. Back in the day, in the 90s, in the late 80s, it was more of a male dominant um, culture. And as more women got involved in lowriding, we became family. The women, we became sisters, family. Now the lowrider culture is more family. It's everybody brings their wives, their children, their grandchildren, their abuelitas and abuelitos. The whole family, is a part of it, and everybody embraces each other. Everybody encourages everybody. There's competition at different car shows, but it's a good competition. Everybody loves each other's lowriders. And we had a lot of competition between each other. There was two women's car clubs compared to 60 men's car clubs. And they didn't like us. So the women, we started coming up with our own things to do, is the picnics, the dances. Uh, but now you see the women lowriders throughout the United States, and they're joined and they're embraced and they're encouraged. And so you have some car clubs that have females and males.
My name is Marisa Rosales. I'm the vice president of the United Lowrider Coalition. I'm a member of Duke's Car Club, and as a trade, I investigate child abuse. And then a boyfriend of mine took me to my first lowrider show. So when I went to the lowrider car show, and I saw two things that I love, which is cars and my Mexican heritage in one, I was like, this is it. This. There was no turning back after that. I was all into low riding. I and Jovita Arellano and Aida Castañeda and Councilmember Marcus Bush, we actually started the coalition. I'm a lowrider, you know, and I want to keep this culture alive. I don't want it to die out, you know. So the doing things for the community is because I want to change the stereotype. The stereotype that Hollywood or whatever the media has put out there about lowriders, that we're bad people, you know, that we're the ones committing crimes or we're doing bad things, when we're not. We're all about giving back to the community. We're always having, I mean, if there's a need in the community, lowriders are out there, whether it be backpack drives, food drives, turkey drives, sponsoring families for Christmas. So I started advocating, because when they kept saying, you gotta do things the right way, you gotta do things the right way, to them it meant getting a permit. But to me, I felt doing things the right way is getting rid of that no cruising ordinance that we had at that time on Highland Avenue. Part of the punishment for cruising is 6 months in jail, believe it or not, and you'll have your car impounded, $1,000 fine. So we feel those are very steep for cruising your car down the street. It's an injustice. And so right now we have a bill at the governor's desk, hoping that he'll sign it. It's called AB 436. It's the Cruising is Not a Crime bill. There's other lowriders in other cities who still have bans, and we want our peers to be able to cruise freely as well. You know, be able to cruise and not fear being pulled over, being fined, cruise without the fear of being criminalized. You know, so we're hoping that the governor will sign it, and then we can practice this culture and have it grow even more. This culture it's huge, and we want to keep it that way. We want it to keep growing, keep moving forward.